Oh, hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Ryan. Welcome back to Blueprints. It's episode 131. Yo, what are we gonna do with me? What are we gonna do with the guy who is responsible for filming these videos? Welcome. It's episode 131. I said that already. Let's continue. It's day 250. But we have to talk about something, which is that during the last episode, I made a mistake. And I know that I made a mistake because in the meantime, between last episode and this one, I went back and I looked at our screenshot of Spiral of Stars. And I was like, this is really confusing. That's the wrong one. Do I not have the screenshot? Did I delete it? Shit. Okay, well, anyways, our Spiral of Stars right now says something along the lines of, if you have less than 40 steps, gain one random item. And I was like, I could have swore, like, in my mind, item means, like, coupon book, magnifying glass, shovel, metal detector, that class of thing. And then there's, like, currencies, like diamonds, etc., gems, coins, dice, etc. And I didn't gain any of those things. I didn't gain any of the first group. I might have gained some of the second group when I triggered Spiral of Stars at the end of the last episode. But I was really confused why I didn't have something new in my inventory. And I was like, oh, maybe it does mean the other thing. Maybe I accidentally, like, maybe I got, like, a coin or something. So then I went back and I watched the video, and I didn't have less than 40 steps. Oh. Moments of brilliance, moments of... Let's be generous. Let's do a generous read and say forgetfulness or absent-mindedness. Now, you might be saying, no, Ryan, let's call it idiocy or... But no. We're being generous. We're being generous. In today's episode, I'm going to see what happens if I... Do I want Vault to be less rare now? I'm going to see what happens if I have less than 40 steps and I get Spiral of Stars. Other than that, we're going to do similar to what we did last episode, which is kind of talk through the... what blank books could mean and what tints could mean. I think I'm probably there on Stillwater. I think we probably have a good understanding on Stillwater. Sorry, am I freaking... Behind the scenes detail here. When I moved a couple months ago, my good camera broke, and so now I'm back to using a webcam. And the thing about a webcam, the specific webcam that I have, is that it does not remember its settings in terms of its, like, exposure, its, like, saturation, contrast, brightness, all of that shit. It does not remember those between, like, days. And so I always get very confused about if my lighting is the same as it was last time, and if not, why? Oh, what a strong start to today's episode. So here's what we have. Couple things to change the rarity of. I think Vault can stay rare, because I think, if I had to guess, I kind of solved Vault. Laboratory Standard seems... honestly more common than I would like it. Let's make it unusual so that I can draft it if I want, but I don't need to. East Wing Hall, I think, is fine, honestly. Standard or common. Okay. Our goal is to see what happens in Spiral of Stars if we have more than one... less than 40 steps. The other thing is just to think about blank books, you know? That's the plan. I would call this a thinking episode. I've had a lot of thinking episodes recently, and they've kind of worked out okay. What I mean by that is episodes where I go in with like a vague plan, but mostly I'm sort of accomplishing a background task while talking through or thinking through a larger task. Background task right now, let's get Spiral of Stars bigger because I literally don't think it could hurt us to get Spiral of Stars to be bigger. I do wonder, and we should talk about this, I do wonder if there is an eventually an end game for Spiral of Stars. What I mean by that is if there is eventually a... is there an upper limit to the amount of... There's a couple ways to think about this. Is there an upper limit to the amount of words that Spiral of Stars can contain? And secondly, is there an upper limit to the amount of constellations that can be observed from observatory? Those are different questions, and we should talk through them. I don't have any keys. That seems wild. Let's go ahead and find some keys. So kind of two ways of thinking about this, right? I think there probably has to be an upper limit to the amount of words that is on Spiral of Stars, simply because how would you code a game? How would you make a game otherwise, right? Like, the game should probably have an upper limit because you have to have like a text file that the game is pulling from to be like, hey, reveal one word at a time. It's actually kind of interesting to think about how you would code. I don't know shit about coding, but it is interesting how you would like to think about how you would have to program Spiral of Stars, because it does a different thing based on the amount of words that are revealed. It's not like a constellation that does, you know, this is obvious what I'm saying out loud, but it's not like it does the same thing. We redraw once for free. Cloister takes almost all of our gems, but does give us a couple thingies. Let's do it. I think I already got the gem out of here. Yes, I did. So, I think there's probably an end limit to the amount of words, if I had to guess. However, the next question is that related? I think I have to have a gem for... Shit. I think I have to have a gem for observatory. The next question is there a limit to the amount of stars that can be, or constellations that can be displayed on the thing? On observatory. And that, I would say, seems kind of likely, right? As well. Like, at 100, at 50, we gained a special constellation, and then we recycled the old constellations. 50 plus whatever number equaled whatever the same number was minus 50. However, there's observatory. Beautiful. So now we need less than 40 steps, which I will be doing by wiggling. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Do, 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 do. Okay, now let's keep very close track here. But first, let me talk through my idea and also drink some of my drinkable yogurt that I haven't had for breakfast yet, because I'm trying to multitask. So, at 50, we gained special constellation plus some. At 100, we did the same thing. Special constellation plus some. If you hit 200, let's say you hit 150, right? What would happen theoretically? Probably you would get Spiral of Stars plus Inkwell, and then you would start adding stuff. At 151 or at 152, you would get like Spiral of Stars, Inkwell, and then 2 entrance chests, right? What happens at 200? Because at 200, you would normally reset to add a second Spiral of Stars. Is that possible? I don't know. I don't know. Let's find out what happens here. Gain 1 random item from... We got compass. From what? From is interesting. From is very interesting. Gain 1 random item from. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. From is very interesting. From some subset of... From item set? From commissary? Could be from commissary. I really like trying to guess. I don't know that it's particularly helpful to try and guess, but I kind of enjoy doing it. Okay. I didn't mean to hit that. Oops. I'm interested in getting more stars, so I think we just go call it a day inside of Planetarium and... then we restart tomorrow. And as we restart, we can talk about and think through blank books. Blank books. Okay, day 1 done. Day 250 done, actually. So. Here's one of the things I haven't said yet in today's episode that I was kind of thinking of between episodes. We just got confirmation that the gain 1 item is more aligned with what I was thinking. Item as in like something you could buy at commissary potentially, or like, you know, when Attic says, actually that doesn't count because Attic could have either. Attic, oh no, I just disproved myself. I'm thinking of items as like non-currency items. But Attic says 8 items, and those items include currencies. So, what have we really learned? I don't exactly know what item means. I don't know which definition the game is using. However, I am also not sure if I like having to be at less than 40 steps to get it. That said, these runs, most of what I'm trying to accomplish is grabbing Spiral of Stars, so it might be worth it to go less than 40 steps just to get more information on like what are the possible items that could arrive. Let's do it at least a couple more times. Partially, I'm like, if this... Part of the reason I want to experiment with this a little bit more is if you could get something that is hard to get in a different way, or impossible to get in a different way. Like, if you could get an item that only appears this way, that would be really worth it to experiment. I don't know that they would, like... That makes sense to put an item locked behind, you know, this way of doing things, but let's find out. In the meantime, let's talk through the real meat of the matter right now, which is let's reevaluate where we're at on still water tints blank books. Take a shot. I'll take a shot of yogurt. Man, these drinkable yogurts, not amazing in terms of their quality. In fact, probably like barely yogurt. Lots of sugar, etc. You don't need to come at me about how not great they are. I'm aware. But, gotta tell you, as a busy person, we're all busy, right? But as a parent, when I'm worried about somebody else's breakfast before I'm worried about my own, it is really nice to have something I can grab quickly and not have to care about. Okay, let's see what Spiral of Stars says. I really think it's going to be commissary. Okay, still water tints blank books. So I feel similarly to last time, very confident in still water. being in some way related to the still in the trading post. That water is accessible. Water in can is one way to access it. I don't know that it's the only way, but I like that we're on the right track there. 90% confident in what we do. Tense has two possible meanings, but it's spelled with an I. When I think of tense with an I think of mostly like glass tinting or like something that is see-through being tinted in a way to make it less see-through. So that actually does raise, let me write that down actually. That does raise some interesting ideas. Like tinted windows. Is this a thing in places that aren't America? In the United States of America, tinted windows are a thing. Where you tint the windows on your car to make them darker and harder to see through, aka harder for people to see in. And in fact, it's really interesting. There are like, you know, regulated levels of tint, and you can get in trouble for tinting your windows too aggressively, which is a thing that every single high schooler that I went to, that I was, you know, friends with, wanted to do. We all really, really, really wanted to tint our windows super dark. Oh, I had less than 40. What am I doing? One item from the showroom. Okay, so it's been made more worth it. It's been made more worth it. And it's a period. So that's exciting, because that means whatever's coming next is potentially a new statement. Let's go ahead and check our staff announcements. I should have done that with less than 40 steps just to see what I would have gotten. However, on the same note, at the same time, I was trying to determine what the item set was that we were drawing from, and now we have an answer, which is that it's coming from that. Once you have showroom once the word showroom appears, it's actually clear what it is, which is it's an item from showroom. Now, I don't know if you have to what's the word? I don't know if you have to have drafted showroom to get the item first. Oh my god. There's nothing new? No. There's nothing new. They're being patient. You bastards. I don't want you to be patient. I want you to backseat me. Just kidding. Kind of. Okay, I don't really know that we need a planetarium, but I'm kind of curious what happens when we get to 150. So I'm chasing this idea in the background. Call it a day there. And pick up again tomorrow. Anyways, tinted windows. The reason I focus on that word is that I do think it is different from like Stillwater reveals blank books or Stillwater colors or changes. Now, first off, maybe they chose tense because it's 5. Maybe the dev chose tense because it's 5 letters, and that fits the puzzle. But maybe they chose tense because it matters, because Stillwater is different than unmoving water in this situation. So, obviously there's like blue tints kind of tints, so maybe it has something to do with blue memos. Maybe it has something to do with the tints outside. I really can't think of any. Maybe it means tense as in like present and past tense. I doubt it, but it's possible. I feel like we're back to solving the ruminate, realize type puzzle. Okay. Should I get 40 footsteps? Sure. We should test it to see if there is a To see if you have to have drafted showroom to get the item. Beautiful. And then there's the real humdinger of the master key. Then there's the real humdinger of the phrase, of the five-word phrase. The 5-letter, 5-word phrase. Blank books. There's a couple places I haven't been in a long time. I have a list. In the last episode, we listed out a bunch of different places we could potentially try to take the watering can. Here's a thing that I'm kind of thinking in the background about this. Oh shit. They could also be scrapbooks. Did I write down archives last time? It could be scrapbooks. I don't remember if in the secret or the non-secret scrapbooks, if there are blank pages. This is not what I was going to say at all, but it did just appear to me. There are 2 blank pages in archive scrapbooks. Here. And this is the secret scrapbook pages here. I don't know. That's interesting. Bookshop is what I was going to say. It's been literally years since I've been in here. Not literally. It was a different calendar year the last time I was in here. I'm sure of it. I'm sure it was 2025. In fact, I've only drafted it 3 times. That's crazy. I don't know if there's a room I have drafted less than... I've drafted Dark Room 32 times. I don't know if there's a room I have drafted less than Bookshop. Even Armory I've drafted 12 times. It has to be. It has to be the room I have drafted the least, right? I was like, Hovel is close. It's 5. Brute Sellers 19 times. Wow. Everything else, I mean, room 8 is also 3, actually. Okay. They do both have very difficult, like, drafting requirements to get there. So, what have we learned? What I was saying is, it's been so long since I've been into Bookshop that I would like to check that out again at some point. Otherwise, we have our entire list of, like, there's books in the tomb, there's books in the, there's the blueprints book in the tunnel, there's master bedroom, library, bookshop. There's the book in the orchard, which I already kind of tested. There's... Now, here's something interesting. Blank books. Do I have in my notes a list of the library books that you can take out? No. We should draft library again, because I want to see if any of them are written by somebody whose name could be read as blank. Shit. No, Caleb Manning. What's the other guy's name? Caleb Manning. Is it like... I'm thinking of a name right now, but I'm also... The second name that I'm coming up with in my head is also the name. Might actually just be the name of a person I met in college. So I'm getting it confused right now. Is his name Philip, or is the name I'm thinking of a person I met in college? Let's look it up in my notes instead of Caleb Manning and where would this information be? Potentially in archives. RLCF, Children of Blackwater. Philip White. Okay, so that is the correct name. Good. White is, I did say last time, Blanco. White. So what did Philip White write? Is that history of Arindia? Or is that, that's Caleb Manning. Okay, we'll keep thinking on this. Save and continue. I'm going to write it all down, though. We got to write all this down. Philip White books? Question mark? What could be considered a blank book? A blank book. A blank book. I don't know. It's a good question. Kind of the $1 million question right now. Should I try to get... Maybe what I should try to do in these runs right now is try to get study and a library so as to try to chase down Bookshop. If I get study with gyms plus library, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Picking up what I'm putting down. Even just visiting that room without a watering can would be probably a helpful thing. We'll grab this stuff real quick. I think I don't really want to do Spiral of Stars right now until I'm sitting here debating this strategy. Should I currently try to chase down Bookshop? I could. Oh, salt shaker. Shake it like a salt shaker. Is it worthwhile if I also don't have the watering can? I'm really not sure. Let's not. If I don't have the watering can... The problem with the watering can is I have to kind of like... Right now I'm torn... Here's how to actually say it. Right now I'm torn between trying to theoretically solve this puzzle and trying to physically solve this puzzle. What I mean by that is... I am enjoying, and I think I'm making good progress by just thinking about the puzzle, not by trying shit. I'm kind of in the like, I didn't do it again. If you what? If, right now I'm in the like generating potential ideas to try stage rather than trying said ideas. Of course you can do both, but when you do one, you do take away from your chances to do the other because your brain can only do one thing at one time. At a time. I didn't go to planetarium either. God, I'm all over the place today. Which one of you guys laced my drinkable yogurt with something? I'm going to decide this. I'll decide this. I think it is worthwhile for me to try to draft library and bookshop because library would give me, while I'm in the generative process, library would give me access to the list of books you can request from library and potentially give me access to bookshop, which I am interested in seeing and jogging my memory on. So let's do that. Let's try to draft both. Meaning we need study. We need to draft a bunch of rooms. and see what happens. We will take observatory and probably also planetarium eventually this run. I don't think we'll be waiting very long for a chance to draft them because they tend to show up pretty early. I just saw Bunk Room on that list, and I was like, that's not a terrible idea. Not a terrible idea. Okay. We're just gonna come back here. We're just gonna come back to all this. Let's go back to the first rank and the second rank and draft in this corner before we do anything else. Got some footsteps. I really don't imagine myself using the if you have less than 40 steps, get an item from the showroom. Generally, like maybe there will be some specific runs where that happens. I don't imagine myself using it generally because footsteps is one of my most precious resources. And of course you could just time it differently where you like draft observatory, but you don't actually select the constellation until later. That said, you do have to like backtrack. So I think probably I'll just take the other thing is that I may not draft Spiral of Stars at all on any run that I would like to draft more rooms or conserve resources, because currently it costs 3 steps for each rank reached, which is another thing that does kind of hurt. So okay, we need a study and we need a trophy room / laundry room right now. That's kind of what we're looking for. Spare green room here can't hurt. We have not drafted an outdoor room on the off chance that we get a watering can and then want to. Could use dice. Laundry room here is nice. We should probably take that. We still need study to make it valuable, but it's study right here. Or something else. That's fine too. Let's do foyer and then go get a bunch of gems. Okay. Is white really a synonym for blank other than in a weird situation where they are like maybe linguistically related in the Spanish language? I really don't know. This is kind of that thing I've talked about a bunch of times by now where it's like the bullshit test or like the sniff test, where it's like if you kind of squint your eyes and look at the puzzle, still water, tense, blank books. Still water feels like a puzzle that could output the answer. Take watering can to the still in the trading post and get some special water or something like that. Blank books, if you squint at it, does that feel like a puzzle that could output, hey, the books of Philip White? Maybe? Maybe? I'm not super convinced. We need a study. We also... Oh, dice. Redraw once. Study. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Let's go. Perfect. Sometimes you got to redraw once so that you can redraw 66 times in the future. All right, now we need library and then Bookshop. I can aid my chances of getting Bookshop by using Banner of the King, which I may do. I think I will avoid taking the food here for now to avoid changing our draft pool. We still haven't taken Observatory. Holy shit. We're a little bit nervous about the amount of locked... Let's just redraw. The amount of locked doors. Redraw. This would be an ideal place to draft library, although weight room is also great, actually. Please don't be security doors. They're not. Beautiful. That is our last key, though. Shit. Okay, so... Treasure trove back down to laundry room to get a bunch of keys could actually be smart. Although we kind of lock ourselves out of this top area if we do that. Passageway is also not bad. Let's do it. We got so many gems. Okay, right here, we need something that either gets us keys or gets us coins. Or we could just take library. That would be fine too. Observatory, honestly, will likely get us some items. We also have less than 40 steps. Ooh, is this going to kill us? We've, like, for footsteps? I don't think we can take Spiral of Stars right now, actually. We got one key. If we take Spiral of Stars right now, I think it actually probably... It takes like 8 times 3 is 24. I think it takes 24 footsteps. And we have not been to rank 9, so dining room does not get food in it. So I think we have to avoid that, actually. That said, we can just redraw for library a bunch of times here, please. Kitchen's not bad, but it dead ends the wrong direction. Library also goes the wrong direction from here. Shit. I wondered about that. In which case, what we really need is actually coins or keys. Servant's quarter gets us like 4 keys, so that's great. 3 keys? 4 keys. 3 keys. Blank books. Got any blank books in here? Hartley? So, now we can just keep drafting. I think we want to go this way first, though, because I think it will go south, probably. Library, if we were to get it right here, I think would point south. Treasure trove would solve our money problem. Our key, and therefore our key problem. Library. Library. I also am tempted by kitchen, to be honest with you. Library. Come on. You know you want to give me a little bit of library. Oh boy. Rumpus Room's not bad. In terms of the direction that it faces. Okay, please, dear God. Library. Library. Perfect. Then we take shop. Now, and then we immediately look at this to see, are any of these books by Philip White? Or by somebody, something that could say, you know, blank? Andrew Darrell? Nah, they really aren't. Redford Ewing. Are there blank books inside of The Curse of Blackbridge? Oh my god! There's two of them, right? Aren't there two of them? There's two of them. Oh my god, they've been here the whole time. They fucking samurai'd me. These are what I thought of. Oh my god, they've been here the whole time, and I have ignored them. Oh, baby. I think we know. I think we know the answer. Okay, we now need to get a watering can. It's not going to happen this run, I don't think. I need watering can, and I would need a trading post outside, which is kind of a lot to ask. But might as well, while we have a library on the floor, do it. Should I also take a look for Bookshop? I mean, I think we probably ignore all other options. I think we have what are undoubtedly blank books, and what sniff test. This feels like the answer. I don't know that it's the answer, but sniff test. This feels like the answer. What are the odds the commissary sells you a watering can? I think probably real fucking low. I don't know that I've ever seen one in here. But I can't afford any of that shit. Fuck. Oh, we need... Oh, this is the wrong spot. Okay. We need to go here, and we need to draft towards the... We need green rooms. I don't think this would have it, right? Maybe, though, but I don't know. Like, greenhouse. Or... Greenhouse would I think that... if I had to guess, the two places I have seen watering can in the past are spare green room for sure, 100%, no doubts. And then maybe... greenhouse. I think probably greenhouse. Maybe... I don't know, though. Maybe, like, I'm going to take coat check. I'm going to take coat check because for two reasons. One, we're going to take this key card. And if I get a watering can, I can coat check it. Two, this allows me to access up here as long as I can get the footsteps. Hold up. Let's pause. Let's pause. Let's take 2 seconds to learn something. Does my architecture volume that talks about items, which I think is like number 4? Yes, number 4. Does not say where to get it. Okay. This feels good. This feels very good. This feels very good. So, I think our game plan, just to walk you through it, because I haven't actually said it out loud at this point. As of right now, my game plan is this. This is kind of interesting, actually. Do I take this? My game plan is, not for this run, but for general. Go inside, draft spare green room, get a watering can. If I don't have a watering can, it doesn't matter. I can skip the run. Go outside with Geist bedroom dice, draft trading post. Find a way to use the watering can to fill it with still water. I don't know if I need to empty it first, if I just need to refill it once. I don't know how this works. Then draft library, take that watering can to those blank books and see what happens. That's the plan. Now, for this run, the plan is vaguely try to draft a green room on the outside of the map. I don't think Cloister Verna is going to do it, but we'll take it because it's green and it gets us food from dining room, potentially, and it gives us access over here. Okay. You feel a little luckier. I forgot that that counts. I forgot that that counts. I'm luckier. Give me some luck. Give me something green. Give me something good. Come on. Something green. I shouldn't have used the Banner of the King on yellow. I didn't need it. Is there a watering can in indoor nursery? I wouldn't bet money on it. Courtyard is fine, though, because it gives me access to where I'm trying to go. Is there a watering can in Courtyard? Has there ever been? I don't know. I didn't know that I would need to pay attention to this shit. Okay, so we got a green option up here, too. It's like along the sides. The other thing I would consider taking is like an attic. Something that just has a pure amount of green rooms. Or, sorry, of item spawns. That maybe would have something. We'll take conservatory. That's fine. Broken lever. Fuck you, sideways. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Boudoir is on here twice. Love that. I currently like Boudoir being... I like both of these a lot. Give me a little bit of food. Give me a gym. Give me a bedroom on the map, which helps for eventually if you have to get like dormitory or something. It helps that you've stepped foot inside of it before. This I don't think is gonna... That's locked. And I don't even have a key. So at this point, we're going through Foundation to the other side. Take me to the other side. Why is my brain suddenly just playing like musical... chairs? That's not the right word. Musical chat. Musical like roulette with songs while recording blueprints. We need a watering can because I want to put... Closed exhibit is not bad, actually. What are the odds? What are the odds? Never tell me the odds. What are the odds? Fuck. The odds are not good. I'm kind of banking on the idea that maybe green rooms spawn more often in or sorry, watering cans spawn more often in green rooms. Or potentially only in green rooms, considering I've only seen one in spare green room and, like I said, maybe greenhouse. I don't think I've ever seen one in, like, if I had to guess, I don't think I have ever seen a watering can in Courtyard, Cloister, Secret Garden, Solarium, Patio, like, Veranda. Like, I don't think, maybe in Greenhouse. But I also could just be thinking about the fact that greenhouse is the place you can turn the water on or off, you know? I don't think I've seen one in morning room. I don't think I've seen one in terrace. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're going to go down to... Take me down to the Paradise City. I'm sorry. Take me down to the entrance to the house, to walk in, to get to dining room, to walk back to get to this office room to try and draft something. We'll probably lose our coat-checked key card because I don't know that I'm going to get back to coat-check today. But the plan at this point is, frankly, to coat-check a watering can because I want that much more than I want anything else. So, let's eat some food. Wood-fired pizza? Great. I was like, there's no chance a watering can has spawned in over there, right? I think the better plan is just to do this over a couple runs, but where's my observer? Right here. I don't think I'm going to get there today either with 25 steps. Meaning we're going to with 23 steps. Meaning we're going to miss out on an opportunity to get an extra spiral of stars word. That's okay though. So office, I've actually not set foot in this room yet. Grab that. Okay, we got one last chance. Even if we did this, I don't know that we would have the footsteps to make it work. Whoa, is the game lagging? That was really weird. Greenhouse. I mean, if any room could do it. Metal detector. Nothing. It's over here? Fuck. What the fuck? There's red correspondence envelopes there. I don't know. I don't think that I have ever seen that before. If I had, I had completely forgotten it, which is sometimes the mystery of watching a little indigestion playthrough is not only what will he discover in a blind playthrough, but also what will he forget. Okay, I think we failed. I think we probably should... Is there anything else we can do with our next couple of steps? I don't really think I can make it to... I could make it to break room. All right, let's just... I don't know that I could make it. Let's try, just in case. If I could make it to break room, could I also make it to observatory? I think I'd rather have the extra word. It all depends on how well running shoes works. Fuck, I went the wrong way. And it depends on how good I am at remembering where I'm going. I think this will work, though. I think we've got enough footsteps to get to Spiral of Stars. The good news is, guys, I mean, we have a brand new plan. Like, we have a working solution. It's not a figured out solution. Sorry, what I mean by working is like we have like a draft of a solution. Working as in like it may not be our final solution, but it's the thing we're working towards. Get a watering can and get library and trading post. So this should probably end our run. If you have, down to 0 footsteps. So I think the minute I close the menu. Yep. Kind of cool, honestly. Kind of cool. I like that. We just fell on our own sword inside of observatory just to get one extra spiral of star. One extra star in the spiral. Guys, I feel amazing. I feel amazing. Okay, so new day, new plan. How long have I been recording for? Okay, it's fine. We still have some time to try some stuff. Let's go. Let's go. I think spare green room is the most important thing. Let's draft this room right here to try and get it. Spare green room and dice are the things to start with. Once we get spare green room, the most important thing is actually... Sorry, once we get watering can, the most important thing to do is actually draft coat check. Because we have to hold on to it. We did not get it this time in spare green room. So I think our goal here is just simply library. Let's make that shit common. Perfect. Truly perfectly timed. Pool comes up about as often as I like. I'll make Terrace slightly more common, only because I haven't seen it in forever and I miss it. Let's draft Observatory and let's get the fuck out of here. That's the plan. We're going to try and maximize our rerolls of the spare green room loot spot. That's the entire plan. See how many times we can roll the dice on spare green room and watering can in the rest of this episode. Sweet. Along the way, we'll add some Spiral of Stars words. If you have more than, you have less. Okay. We already drafted Planetarium. At some point, the days start to run together, you know? I just drafted Planetarium 30 seconds before, but I forgot that I had because, let's be honest, I'm on day 250 fucking 6. Of course, they're starting to run together. God, I'm nervous about these books. I think that's the right answer, but then the question becomes, what would be inside of them? It says blank. I haven't even said this yet. The reason it passes the sniff test for me, 2 books, very prominently displayed. The puzzle works better if you, if the, and this is kind of true across the board, I think, in this game. The puzzles work better if the thing that is being referenced is obvious in hindsight. I saw those blank books in library probably on day 1, 2, or 3 of my playthrough of this game. Like, it would be that early, you know? So the fact that they've been there from the beginning and they're not something that I have that is really that hard to chase down is a positive. Watering can is an item I'm familiar with. The still is the hard part of that, right? Geist bedroom is currently commonplace, which I love. Bedroom closet is rare, which I love. Kitchen is commonplace, which I love. I think that's all fine. Give me an observatory, please. I don't know. It passes the sniff test. I mean, the plural part of blank books gave me pause before because I'm like, oh boy, we're not looking for a singular book. That kind of complicates a lot of my potential answers, like, you know, so my potential answers, like the unfinished letter in master bedroom, not really a book. Also, it is singular. In Bookshop, are there really like 2 blank books? 2 or 3? I don't know. I haven't been there in forever, but the book in Orchard is only 1 book. The classrooms? I don't know. Maybe there are multiple plural blank books, but I can't even think of one. So what are the odds that I'm right, you know? Give me an observatory. Please. We have to take this, right? 2 times in a row? Oh! Ooh. Okay, first, ooh. First off, how am I at 21 steps already? Ah, shit, weight room. Okay. Priority number 1 just became coat check. Priority number 2 just became trading post. Yeah, trading post. I have 2 dice. I only have 21 footsteps. I need... So, priority number 3... priority number 3 just became, I have to waste a footstep to get back in here to use a little bit of the watering can so that I then may refill it. If I just take the watering can here... Okay, nothing. We should check this, though, just in case. Nothing. I got 18 footsteps, and the next place to draft is right here. Oh my god, I can draft from greenhouse. No, I'm an idiot. I forgot. I think we probably take that. Okay. We know where we're ending if we are ending. In the meantime, dining room plus 1 extra rank would get me a couple footsteps. This could be good. This could be very good. Dining room plus 1 extra rank. That's what I need. So at this point, I have coat check. I have green rooms is actually the crazy thing. If I were to walk out of the house right now via spare green room, I would go down to 2. If I went via conservatory, I'd go down to 0 water. I could go, if I got trading post, I would get the watering can fully empty and then be able to refill it, which to me is like the holy grail. That's what I would call like, that to me, that kind of answers a big question in my mind, which is, oh my god, they're giving me such tough choices with 12 footsteps left. Oh boy. A big question in my mind right now is this. This may not work because I don't know if I need to how does the refill mechanic work? What does still water mean? Do I need to empty the water? Like if I have 2/3 of a watering can full of tap water and then I add 1/3 of still water, is it still still water, or is it like diluted still water? I don't know, and I don't have enough footsteps to fuck around and find out. Indoor nursery gives me no food, but it does let me empty my thing by saving some footsteps. Empty my watering can 1 more step by saving some footsteps. Boudoir gives me like, I never remember how many. 9 footsteps? 6 footsteps? Conference room gives me a junction, which is also good. Let's do boudoir. Okay, you lose a footstep, gain 2. Yeah. Fuck me. So we gained 4 footsteps overall from here, plus a gym, which is not great. And we did not get to rank 5 yet, so we still need to go in here. Go here. Use our last key. Good news is we already have library. Study is actually dope, but it's also the end. Okay, I think we take courtyard. Give me a shovel. Oh, I forgot. Courtyard's doubly good because we also get to use the watering can. Okay, there's a thing to sledgehammer in one of these rooms. These are also dead ends. Fuck. Okay. All comes down to this. I'm gonna step into one of the green rooms on the way out. Probably spare. And then I have 2 dice, no study, to try and get trading post. If I fail, then I come back and I coat check watering can, and we go again tomorrow. Come on, I can feel it. I'm on the edge of glory. I'm on the edge. Blueprints has just turned into Ryan sing songs. Trading post. Oh, trading post. Oh, let's go. Okay. Everybody chill. Everybody just chill. Everybody calm down. Does fill all the way up. That's not even a thing we had managed before this moment. Okay. Do not trade the watering can. That would be a bad mouse slip right now. Okay, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Come on, come on, come on. It's in. It's straight. Then to the right twice. My hope and my prayer is that I walk in, I walk up to the blank book, and then the option to press the button E appears on my screen. To, like, use it on the blank book. Fucking yes. We're going to do this one first before we even look at anything else. We're going to do this just because I can. That said a hidden hue, and then it said something else. I don't know what else it said. Okay, let's do this one first. Okay, what the fuck? A hidden hue from Prism Pristine. Prism key. 3 paths convene. 3 lines of light. 3 shades foreseen. We seek what is in the shade of truth. 3 colors to count. A sum of 18. But the one left hidden remains to be seen. My immediate thought here is that you need to do 3 lines of 1 color. 3 lines of light, 3 shades foreseen, 3 colors to count, a sum of 18. So 6, 6, and 6. The one left hidden remains to be seen. Brother. I got no idea what that means. But I will tell you, we're replacing the thing at the top of my... So hold up. At the top of my cheat sheet has been cryptograph. AA-cryptograph. Well, guess what? Now, it's going to be hidden hue. We get to reorganize the note system so that something else appears at the top alongside my break room math colors. Oh, I'm nervous. A hidden hue. Here's the other thing. On immediate instinct, it kind of looks like these are 2 different puzzles. These 2 blank books. It kind of looks like that. Hidden hue. The only thing I saw on the other page was the word rose or rose tinted or something like that. Tinted rose vine, which looks like spiral of stars. My dearest darling son, I am quite impressed. I didn't expect you to make it this far, yet if these words have reached your eyes, rest assured the end of the spiral is near. Stay vigilant and rose wary, for the thorns we discover are twice as sharp at the conclusion of each of our journeys. One final counsel I leave you, the waters of the west spring shall yet reveal more secrets than these mere passages. I had so many plans, but not enough dreams. Your mother, Orave. I had so many plans, but not enough dreams is an amazing banger line, first off. So this is Baroness Orave to my great uncle, my grandpa Simon, I believe, right? I always have to check the thing. This is Baroness Orave. This is like Herbert was saying in the letter. This is still a part of the in the letter that we found in the vault, that this is still a part of the puzzle from Yeah, this is still a part of the... This is all connected to the puzzle we found in the family core. The cryptograph thing. Right? Because the vault led us to the 5x5 5-word puzzle, which led us to Stillwater, Tense, Blank Books, which led us to this. So this is all that. Where is my fucking family tree? I can never find it. It's because it's under root cellar. I'm just going to change that to family tree. That way I know to look for family. So this is still Baroness Orave to Simon. But Herbert. But Simon never solved it, and Herbert never solved it either, I don't think. That's what I remember from my cryptograph letter, right? Is that Herbert never solved it either? I have nothing to show for nearly 3 decades of effort. I'm no closer to solving this. That's all right. Sometimes it skips a generation or 2, or 3. Imagine Simon shit-talking Herbert. You know. No way. Tinted Rose Vine. DOES space IT space NEVER, you motherfuckers. Does it never end? Investor needed? You sons of bitches. That's clever. Tinted Rose Vine. So what do I make of this? I haven't even said yet. I've been too busy talking through other details. What do I make of this clue? Of this, So we have a hidden hue and then tinted rose vine. The first part seems to me, let's reread it. It seems, but my instinct is that it seems to be about like the spiral has a thorny side to it. It has an end, but it also has a thorny side to it. The spiral of stars. My dearest darling son, I am quite impressed. I didn't expect you to make it this far. Yet if these words have reached your eyes, rest assured, the end of the spiral is near. Does that mean the end of the constellation, or does that mean the end of the puzzle? Probably the second one, but maybe the first one too. Stay vigilant and rose wary. I will tell you... Wait, hold up. I don't know why Rose is here, other than one thought. No, it's not a rose. It's just Florealis. I was like, there's a flower constellation. No, it's something different. Stay vigilant and rose wary, for the thorns we discover are twice as sharp at the conclusion of each of our journeys. I have no idea what that means. That's nonsense to me. One final counsel I leave you: the waters of the West Spring shall yet reveal more secrets than these mere passages. There's a West Gate. That's this. The West Spring? No idea. I mean, to me that suggests go outside, look at... It also says secrets passages. It says secret... Hold up. It says... Let me get the document back open. I just closed it. It says secrets and passages, which to me suggests potentially secret fucking passage. I had so many plans, but not enough dreams. I don't know. West Spring is interesting there. We did it, though. Now, I have a couple immediate things to try. We still have water in our watering can, and I'm not sure that these are the only blank books. I have no reason to think otherwise, but sometimes you got to try shit just in case. From Prism Pristine. 3 paths convene. From Prism Pristine. To me, this says, like, use Prism key. But, unfortunately, from Prism Pristine, 3 paths convene. There's 1 left hidden that remains to be seen. To me, that suggests Prism key might give you 4 options for colors. And then there's 1 left over. But I think there's 5 that Prism key does. Red, shop, green. So purple, orange, green, yellow, and red. I don't know that for a fact, but I can go check because Planetarium is not that far away. And I think we get a Prism key every single time from Planetarium. Hey, at this point, you gotta celebrate every victory, no matter what happens from here. We are a step closer. Green, it's got all 5. Yeah, it's got all 5. So what does that mean? What am I kidding myself? What does it mean is a problem for next time. We have the drawing here, which I just imagine is saying, like, is saying the pattern will be in some way, shape, or form on this thing, right? I don't know why my instinct is to go 3 vertical paths. Probably because vertical is the easiest way to do it. It's also the way to get 6. 6, 6, and 6. Entrance hall doesn't count. It'd be 6, 6, 6 in the middle rows. The 1 left hidden remains to be seen. Prism, I believe the only thing I have encountered in the game that has prism in it is Prism key. The other problem is, honestly, I never use Prism key at the start. Prism key I only use once I have locked. Once I have encountered a locked door. Which is never in the first couple ranks. Oh boy, I don't know. I got a lot to think about. But that's maybe best left for a fresh mind. We're going to call it a day right there. We're going to gain 2 stars, and we're going to call it an episode. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let's fucking go. Shout out to Bookshop for being the red herring that I desperately needed to reset foot inside of library. I wanted to go to Bookshop. I drafted library. I went, oh my god, those are 2 blank books. That's got to be the freaking answer. And then shout out to Greenhouse for having a watering can, despite the fact that I had given up on this specific run. And then shout out to my great grandma for being so good at, like, word jumbles. Does it never end? Investor needed. Tinted rose vine, question mark. Congratulations to all of you. You never have to hear me say Stillwater tense blank books again. Take a shot. See you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you at another episode very soon. Bye.